Hi there. So I am I'm now taking this clomipramine, and I am feeling it's helping tremendously. Unfortunately, the situation with my parents is deteriorating rapidly, and I am getting into serious arguments with my mother. And it is halting the progress of my healing significantly. And from memory, the worst side effects from this clomipramine were it looked like I had Parkinson's. My arms would shake a lot. It would if I tried to hold my arms still, it was I couldn't do it for long, and it would it's hard to describe. But my hands would just shake tremendously, and I was very concerned. I'm a woodworker. I need my dexterity. I need that's not okay. I was really hoping that would go away when I stopped taking it. There was sleeplessness at first. Temperature regulation. I was so hot. I was extremely hot. I could not cool off. Weather was getting warmer outside, and the bedroom I was staying in was my childhood bedroom, and it is the hottest room in the house. And it was causing some real problems. I was very, very hot. And another problem with it was rage. It would trigger. Now, it would only trigger rage if I was confronted with a situation that was reasonably upsetting, I would say. Situation where I felt like I was being treated unjustly. And it was pretty significant. It was as if there was the rage was just on the surface. It would just emerge, and there was almost no containing it. It was frightening to feel like I couldn't bottle it up. That there was no. There seemed to be no amount of time that it just happened. If I was confronted with a situation, it would just all of a sudden happen. And I could see it potentially being a problem. Only if I was confronted with a situation. However, being at my parents' house, I was continually confronted with some very strange behavior from them, and situations where I was that were emotionally and psychologically very taxing. And I am going to there were countless countless arguments, and I don't remember what most of them were about. I do, however, remember that I was at this time I was so terrified. I had been actually terrified nonstop without a break in that for months. It was so it damaged me. It damaged my mind, my body. It was between not eating for so long and being in that state of terror, my mind was damaged. I feel it. I know it has been. And my parents were in the midst of some land dispute a property dispute with their neighbors that they'd been neighbors with for 30 something years, and friends too. They were friends. And it was very odd. This odd behavior to me was not good to see. And I remember one day my mother was yelling outside at the neighbor's house, hurling really childish insults to the house. There was no one outside. And it was just bizarre to see, to witness that. And these things, these odd behaviors were really upsetting to me, because being so terrified like this, something that I was struggling with was this is going to sound crazy, but I was questioning reality. I was questioning whether or not I was in a version of hell, if I was either not alive or if I was in some sort of my own hell that was constructed specifically for me, tailor-made for me to exploit my fears. And it was a terrifying thought. And to see my parents behave the way that they were, I started to wonder if they were even real, if they were actually my parents, or if these people had just been put in place in a role as my parents, but what their real purpose was to torment me. It was just part of I was a true terror, real deep fear. I'll speak for myself, but I imagine many people will eventually succumb to it and start questioning reality. And I was. And there was an incident, one in particular, but there were others where my parents were denying me reality. And I'm going to give just this one instance. I'll give two, in fact. One in particular was I had asked to put the air conditioner in because it was warm weather was coming, and I was having such a hard time I couldn't stay cool. I was so hot. So the air conditioner would go into the bathroom window. This had been a routine of ours for many, many years. My mother would call me up in the springtime and ask me to come down or up, to come up to the house. And I would oftentimes do some chores for my parents while I was up there. And a sort of tradition almost was in the springtime I would put the air conditioner in. What would always happen is my father and I would take the air conditioner from usually the shed where it was stored, carry it to the window. I would have preferred to carry it by myself rather than carry it with my father, because though it was heavy, it was awkward to carry it with two people. I always did it the way they wanted to do it. The way this would happen would be my father and I would take the air conditioner and we'd place it in from the outside of the window in. I would have preferred to place it from the inside out. That's how I always install air conditioners, but this is how they wanted to do it. Every single year it was the same. We'd place it in, leaving my father and I outside, because we had just placed the air conditioner inside the window. Leaving my mother inside the bathroom. Her job was to secure the air conditioner. And every single time, what would happen is she would be unable to secure the air conditioner, leaving, requiring my father to go inside and help her secure it while I would hold the air conditioner from the outside. This particular year, I was in a very weakened state. I had a dislocated shoulder. I was worried that it would hurt to hold that air conditioner up while my father went inside and then got in to secure the air conditioner. I stated this concern, and my father firstly denied that I ever helped with the air conditioner. He said that the neighbors did it. And I said, well, I do this every year with you. And my mother confirmed. They were denying this entire history. And I wanted to carry the air conditioner myself for reasons that I've stated. So I did that. I grabbed the air conditioner. I asked my father to go inside with my mother so that he was already there. So I was carrying the air conditioner. I carried it and placed it up into the window. My father did not go inside. He stayed outside. And I said, can you go in? And he was angry with me. He said, you need 2 people to do that. I said, I've already just done it. He said, no, you need 2 people to do that. But I had already carried it and placed it in the window. And he was denying that had actually happened. Though it had happened, it's clear the air conditioner was in place. The next step is to secure it, and I needed him to do that because my mother was incapable. They were denying this reality, and it may sound absurd, ridiculous, and a petty argument, and all those things you're correct in you would be correct to say that. However, in my condition, it was tremendously troubling. And my father left with the air conditioner hanging there. This was not the first time these sorts of things happened, but this was the pivotal moment where it set me off. I was terrified. I thought, what in the world is going on? Why? I was really questioning reality. And so I left. I left the air conditioner right there. Whether it fell or not, I didn't care. I was angry, and I couldn't trust these people. I felt like they were trying to hurt me psychologically. I thought they were trying to. They were lying. They were denying reality, and it was so important to not do that to me, especially at that time. And so at that point, I went to the store and I got alcohol and I started drinking. And from that day, I'd never drank like that in my life. I drank every single day. And the reason I did that was because it would help me to dull this fear. I was so scared. I needed something, and it did help to do that, but it was very unhealthy. And my mother would give me grief about it. I don't like the drinking, she'd say. I don't, but I mean, quite honestly, they had driven me to it. And plenty of people out there are probably going to say, it's your responsibility not to drink. I was in survival mode. I was trying to save my life. I was on the edge of a cliff. And I felt like they were trying to push me off. So I spent the next, few weeks trying to get better. I was making journal entries constantly, detailing arguments that I had been in, trying any way to try to heal, but while trapped with them. And it was a problem. There was so much that happened there, and I just can't go. I can't go into detail because it just will take so long. But this was my life there for a few weeks until I left, and I'm going to tell you about that in the next video. Hopefully I'll see you in that one.